He was the voice of hockey for many British Columbians. Jim Robson is a legend in the province, known by some for his time calling Vancouver Canucks games for CKWX and CKNW. His broadcasting career spanned nearly 5 decades, an early childhood dream for the sportscaster.
Ever since I was a very small boy, I wanted to be a hockey announcer. I mean, I was 6, 7 years old. I wanted to be like Foster Hewitt or later on Danny Gallivan.
Robson called the play-by-play for more than 2,000 NHL games on radio and television, including the Canucks' very first game in 1970. And he went far beyond the rink to call the BC Lions and Vancouver Mounties baseball games. He was known for his immersive delivery, making viewers and listeners feel as though they were right there on the ice, court and field.
A breakaway pass in the clear stand. Smeel right in on goal. He scored.
You know, Jim brought you into the arena, brought you into the moment, made you feel like you were there. In many ways, made you feel like you were watching the game, even though you were just listening.
It was compelling listening, and I think that was when I fell in love with sports for the first time. Was listening to that broadcast. I mean, I've been a Canucks fan ever since, through a lot of pain, and you can blame Jim Robson for that.
Making an effort to include all fans.
At any point in the broadcast, he would come back from commercial and say, I want to take this time to pass along our usual hello to hospital patients, shut-ins, the pensioners, the blind, those that can't get out to a hockey game to watch the Canucks, but we're happy to have you along for our broadcast this evening.
His lifelong dedication to sport in BC was adored by many, with local sportscasters sharing fond memories of an idol who still inspires them today.
You know, he showed me some of his old notes and told me some stories and gave me some advice on what to expect in the job going forward. And that's something he didn't have to do, right? He, you know, had been retired for quite a while by then. You know, I'm sure he had, you know, better ways to spend his day at that point, you know, than to be talking to a young broadcaster. But it meant everything to me, and it still means everything to me.
I wanted to be just like Jim Robson, and there's so many others today in the broadcasting industry that I'm sure said the same thing when they were growing up here in British Columbia.
And while many will remember his on-air presence and his passion for the game, above all, he's remembered for the kindness he carried on and off the ice.
He made time for people, you know, whether you were, you know, a Hall of Famer like he was, or you were, you know, a nobody. He made you feel like a somebody.
The Vancouver Canucks and BC Lions recognizing his legacy Tuesday as the soundtrack of generations. In Vancouver, Sarah Jones, City News.